Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Joyny Wadomski with Optimus Technologies, and we're excited to have you with us as we discuss the practical implementation of B100 biodiesel.
At Optimus, we build a technology that upgrades existing diesel engines to operate on 100% biodiesel. Our approach to fleet decarbonization is based on a number of pillars, but the overall strategy is that technologies need to be cost-effective to scale. They can't impact a fleet's operation. The fuel needs to be readily available. Fleets and shippers that are looking to decarbonize their supply chain need audited and data-validated solutions. And at the end of the day, it needs to be seamless for operators to use. It can't impact their day-to-day or their operations. At Optimus, we've deployed over 1,300 heavy-duty trucks that have accumulated over 200 million miles of operation.
Yeah, we know some of the other technologies that people use for reduction of carbon and for GHG emission reduction have issues when it comes to supply availability. When you think about electrification, for example, and the electrical grid and where there's opportunities to actually plug in and fuel up your vehicle, there's issues there. Some of the other technologies, we know that there's some challenges with that. And the great thing about biodiesel and what makes Colin's system so great and makes the biodiesel industry so great is that it is readily available. It's produced right here in the United States by America's farmers, which is near and dear to my heart, having grown up on a farm. And it's a fuel that gives us energy independence as a country as well, which is never more important than right now with what we're seeing with fuel costs and the escalation of fuel costs. So again, to equate that back to what it means for you, it means biodiesel price is going to stay very consistent over the next 2 years because it is a 2-year RVO, and it's going to stay very cost competitive against diesel fuel.
It's important for you to know the application process, and this is pretty indicative of most federal grants. It's usually you need to make sure that you know who on your team is going to manage that grant writing effort. Of course, SCSI would be happy to help you. You want to register with sam.gov to get your unique entity identification number. You can't get a federal grant without that, so that's for any federal funding program. With USDA, you have to register for an e-authentication account, and then you can look at their online application right now, their online guidance. You want to come up with your budget and your scope, and take a look at that environmental paperwork. There's about a 4-page survey. These are things that you can get answers to while you're waiting for the solicitation to come out.
Circling back to something that Mohammed talked about, I believe, Mohammed, you said the trucks that you're currently running on B100 are based in Ohio, which means you have some experience with the fleet running in those winter months. Can you just give, a 30-second overview of what the winter weather factor was with your fleet on B100? Was it a factor?
And thanks, Joy, for the question. So our trucks are running from Northwood, Ohio, all are domiciled there. And half of our fleet is brand new trucks, which were retrofitted or upgraded by Colin. And then the rest are the used trucks. So we kind of did a pilot before that. And the pilot was in middle of winters. And this actual experience is also in the middle of winters. And we had zero mechanical issues with the Optimus system. I think it's one of our best experience as compared to the other technologies we have tried. So